Alright folks, welcome back. We're doing a quick update as per usual. My commitment to this game is I've been playing since closed beta. We basically cover all the episodes, right? The episodes and then coincidentally anything that occurs in those episode updates. So it's been a little bit under 2 months, which is actually kind of a little earlier than usual. And there's another mini episode, right? The saga of the chapter 7 mini episode continues with the 5th part, which basically takes us back to the original character, like the two. It's probably either Aina or I've already forgotten her name, but Clone Lady. We'll call her Clone Lady for now. It'll come back to me. Or we'll see in. I think, right? I'm holding out, obviously. Cue the copium and the hopium. Usually these like chapters, the interlude chapters are 5 parts. A lot of times they tend to be 5 parts, and then they would set the next chapter, right? And have a set piece. So chapter 8, maybe this is the last of the interim, the aftermath of Veil stuff, and then they've been cooking on a chapter 8. I think whatever comes next, if it isn't like the major chapter, we're probably gonna end up retiring PSO2 NGS to the background. I'm not sure if I'm gonna decide to continue playing or not, but the idea is we're gonna cover mini episodes. Last mini episode, chapter 7 part 4, they threw a nod to the recently deceased, I've got her name already, dang it. It's the friend that's links Crawford and Glenn together, right? And I kind of read a little bit where there's a task that's related to that, with the bridging character at Glenn's second in command, right? So we'll see that. There's actually 2 things today in terms of like kind of story related thing. There's also a new system that's introduced coincidentally in this. The level cap is raised to 110. It was previously 105. We're going to use the ranger for the sake of, because I usually start with the ranger and I level it up to the level cap, then I slowly go through and systematically go through all of the classes. So I actually keep up to date. Every single one of my classes, and including an example weapon, is at the current state it is. I mean, SEGA, the PSO2 team, makes it very, very convenient to return to the game. In fact, right now, coinciding with this addition, a return campaign is available. So if your like account is dormant for a specific amount of time and you return, it's almost instant that you catch up. So this game is purely in the way that you drop, you play, you drop, you play. So that's kind of the nature of it. And that's how I'm also treating these things. So we have a new chapter. We'll see what it's available in it. But I'm still hoping, I'm doing the copium thing. And I think every once in a while they have an interlude chapter, which is like, okay, we're just going to put something out, write something, but keep the game rolling, right? The updates. And then every other chapter is like a bigger set piece. I like to think that the PSO team, it's not just the next thing, but I hope that the next thing is like, yeah, let's give it one big one, right? Still holding out. I think the first 6 chapters were great in its entirety. They still had off chapters. They still had like 1 off chapter then too. So largely, I feel like these type of downtime is for that chapter. And the new system, I forgot I glossed over the new system. I haven't looked at it actually. I was just waiting to cover this when I had time. The new system is something like an EX style system. So it's something that complements after maybe you do a photon blast or something. We'll see what it is. I actually have no idea what it is. And that's the highlight. We're going to try to highlight those things. I think the rest is like seasonal rotational stuff. I think this time is Caveras. The Caveras combat region gets like a limited mod for a bit. I've been playing since closed beta. the actual NGS side of things, and I retroactively played PSO2. This game, typically what they do is they create a bunch of subsystems, and those subsystems introduce mods, and then you rotate those mods seasonally. And then occasionally there would be some sort of mini episode or story related thing, and that's what I covered. But most of the time, this game is a game. It's largely for game. Like you mechanically do things, and that's how the story has been for quite a long time now, like 2 years. I think it's getting close to 2 years since the last major like story content related thing as like a really big project outside of its mechanical things. This game is incredibly user friendly in terms of being able to do the things, which removes the like long-staying need to grind and all that stuff. But at the same time, it invested so much in mechanical modding and whatnot of the action, like the foundation of the action, that any new subsystem feels like an extra thing, but it feels less and less impactful, like relatively speaking, because there are so many subsystems. It explores pretty much to death all the ways you can play with this current baseline, and we're about to look at the stuff. Like the last major one was the arc system, like Mars, sorry, not arc, the Mars. The last big one is the Mars thing, where you can deploy your Mars equipment, right, your armament. That was the last big thing, and this is relatively big. And then there's other things like quality of life stuff. So there's actually a task related to the style, whatever the style means. So let's go check out the style first. And it's marked as chapter 3. This is a great way. This is usually how they do it. They can when they add a new mechanic, they retroactively add it to an earlier chapter because it's like part of the fundamentals. So now you get EX skill stuff. So we gotta go to... Oh, we could just go here. Let's go read. Let's do some reading. So, EX style allows you to make your character even more powerful by selecting one of the many styles. Oh, I guess it doesn't have anything to do with your photon blast. It's just dealing with something in your character. Select your character style, right? Experience points earned by your main class is also applied towards your selected style. Okay. The style level will increase at certain intervals, granting you style skill points. Acquire style skills using learn style skills at the... Okay, it feels somewhat like the Mars type of thing. Like leveling, like getting... it's a separate currency for the experience. Certain style skills will unlock the After Blast special action. Okay. Oh, okay. There is something after Photon Blast. After Blast can be used by selecting Photon Blast from your palette again. Okay, so you're re-triggering Photon Blast. After using Photon Blast, the Photon Blast icon will change when the After Blast is ready to use. Intriguing. I wonder how spectacular it is. Did you have a look at EX skill? You can change the style and learn skills at the counter. Okay, try combining it with different classes to find unique. Okay, so we don't have to switch classes. I was in my mind, I thought, did they apply EX style, like the EX skill for every single class? It's more like a different layer on top, like the Mars skill, right? Yeah, so we have Ardress or Address, a Blitz, and Celeste. I feel like we're probably gonna end up being like a Celeste, but I think let me see like support, dexterity, and strength or something. So like up in face, taking damage kind of thing, dodgy mechanics, and then like force, technique, distance, support stuff. We'll see, right? We'll see. Let's see. Hold the Photon Blast button down after activating a photon blast to activate. Okay. Yeah. That's fair. That's just hitting the button. All right. I'm guessing these are all. Yes. Oh, they're all relatively the same. Oh, okay. So what is the flavor that makes them different? What is your trigger? An additional attack with periodic occurs when you hit an enemy with, well, periodically occur, so just auto, passive. When you hit an enemy with PA or techniques. Oh, or techniques. Interesting. This fills the photon blast gauge and reduces the photon. Okay, sure. Oh, that's kind of neat. Each time this activates, reduce the cooldown of this effect up to 3 times. That's only up to D by successfully negating enemy attacks. It doesn't say how to negate, so I'm guessing it includes weapon action and dodge together. If you activate the weapon action but are not immediately attacked by hit by an attack, the weapon action counts as a successful attack, evade, or negation. Interesting. They have a buffer for triggering the cooldown and whatnot. Despite failing, gain an additional attack stock, which unleashes an additional attack when your next attack lands. Okay. Alright. And then what does Atros Blast Echo do? For a certain period after activating After Blast, incoming damage is gradually reduced. Okay, this is your in-face. So it's red. It's your in-face one. So hunter, fighter situation, right? Daggers, melee. So melee stuff. And incoming damage is gradually reduced up to 4 stages, and damage dealt, excluding Photon Blast, is increased. Sure. Nice. Reduce the time taken to progress the next stage by successfully negating it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know what the second thing. Interesting. After activating in After Blast, the first normal attack you land will grant a buff for a certain period. Damage dealt increases and HP is recovered each time you land. When HP is recovered with this effect, your max HP increase for a certain period. Make you more durable. And then just base potency up, PP up, that's fine. And then reduction. Makes sense. And it's common to all of them. Okay, so now we need to see what the flavor is. How is the flavor different? This says exactly the same thing. Blitz. When you activate the same PA or technique 3 times in a row. Oh, okay. Or hold the button to activate a PA with a continuous attack. Oh, and counts as continuous too. So this is more like state. Okay. Interesting. That's a neat way to separate them. So PP, this is like a dexterity build, right? Like your dexterous ones you can execute. There are various weapons or very specific like skill sets that make you can spam and sequence the same PA. And then there are ones that use different PAs or PAs. PP is recovered and max PP is temporary increase. So this is probably what I'm going to use at some point. And it includes continuous ones. That's a nice touch. For a certain period, incoming damage is okay, so that stays the same. Yeah, okay, so this stays the same. After activating at the first normal, and then this stays the same. So the only flavor, your damage dealt is weak. Your damage dealt to weakened enemies. Okay, the first attack, you'll weaken the surrounding enemies. Okay, so you need mobs. Your damage dealt to weakened enemies will increase, an additional attack will occur when you hit them. Potency increases based on distance. Okay, will always be maximized for attacks for these. Okay, so we have like melee and then range, right? Melee range stuff, spamming. All right, and then Celeste. Let's see. Same deal. Negate enemy attacks and reduce damage from some attacks when you begin charging a non-weapon action. Oh, okay. Use an active skill that consumes a gauge or begin charging when you use an active skill that consumes a gauge or focus gauge. So the other classes, like one thing that comes to mind for me is the gun blade, or use a technique with the deploy talus. Okay, interesting. If an attack is negated, damage is reduced, or an attack is evaded with an attack. Okay. And then what is the reiteration? After activating, the first active skill used that consume a gauge or focus will increase damage dealt for. Okay. Probably not this. There are some focus gauges, but I think the biggest focus gauges are probably something like a gunblade. I'm guessing that would be where the gunblade. So we're gonna use Blitz because we're on Ranger, right? Yeah, we're on Ranger. So basically, you could use like a blazing shot, right? When you activate the same PA or technique 3 times in a row, or hold the button to activate a PA, PP is recovered and it's increased an additional attack stock. Yeah, so I would probably use Blitz because of blazing shot. And I only have 1 style point first. Oh, that's kind of disappointing. I kind of want to see what this is. I guess I don't know if I can see. I wonder if the animation is different. Like the echo thing. They kind of look the same. It looks like they're the same, like these things. So maybe there's not a separate animation for all of them. If there is, that's pretty nice. So let's go with this and. Oh, wait. I guess we can just straight up do the animation. So let's look at what it looks like. Right. And then we got to earn more. So we have separate style points for each profile. So let's just look at what it looks like. Wait. Okay, I was about to say, if it's 1 style point between the 3, that's kind of unfortunate. Alright, so. Wait, how do I know? Wait, are you? Wait, how do I? Oh, here it is. I see. And it goes up to 30. I see. And then we can go to like the new region to do a little bit here. It's a support combo attacks and using many actions. Interesting. And then durability and counter attacks, and then downing enemies and charging attacks. Makes sense. That's a great way to break them up.
Later.
Honestly. Wait. I keep forgetting. I have to actually click on this. Okay.
Later.
All right. Let's go and talk to. I think is that it? Is that all we do? Oh, there's really. That's it. Okay. All right. Let's go and talk to Mary, and then we'll like goof around a little bit. Maybe do our dailies and weeklies or dailies and earn some skills and see what the photon blast is. These aren't very long. Right? These are really small updates. Let's go say hi. Which one's Mary? Oh, right. Like Ferris. All right, let's see.
Been here kind of a lot lately.
I usually meet up with Nadra.
She's right there?
Indeed.
Okay.
I've always been kind of hesitant to venture far outside of Kavaris.
Hmm.
But Ina's been telling me how much fun the outside world is. And she's been taking me to all kinds of interesting places.
Mm-hmm.
Same here.
Nadara's from Retem, right?
Ratem is much more stable now.
Okay.
So my responsibilities have decreased.
What she said.
Hadi and Jalil are taking care of things,
Oh, okay.
which has led to Mary and I interacting more often.
They're the representatives of their region, right? Mary from Kavaris, Nadara from Retem, and then we have Glenn from Stia. And then Aina is the representative of Galio.
I am forever in Ina's debt.
Ina told me there was someone she wanted me to meet.
Probably her father. Her late father.
I was shocked to find out that it was Nadra.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, context. What is this here? Oh, that must be the card strike thing. They the line strike thing. They changed up the line strike stuff.
I was nervous at first, but we ended up really hitting it off.
Oh yeah?
Indeed. We have much in common. Her stories are all so interesting.
Oh, she is from an ice place, and Nadra is from a place that's just sand.
Kavaris could not be more different from Ratem.
What she said?
She has also been taking me around, teaching me about the various flora and fauna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Nadra has been showing me all around Ratem too. Everyone there is so kind, they never hesitate to help out. I feel like I can do so much more now that I've made new friends.
You mentioned something once. You said Kavaris' climate was once temperate, like Aelio's. And that you've been trying to restore its original climate.
Imagine that's the next patch. Kavaris just irreparably become not snow again.
Renewing Kavaris to its original state was our grandpa's dream. But me and my brothers have started to appreciate it for what it is now. The fauna and flora you mentioned, for example. We've started wondering if maybe we don't need to change it back after all.
Interesting.
There you
But
go.
we do wish it wasn't quite so hard to live there sometimes.
Lemon, you're right. Lemonades with lemon.
And we'd also like to make Lost Central inhabitable again, if possible.
Of course.
Oh,
Let me
that
know
would
if
be
I can
neat,
help
though.
in any way.
Change up the combat sectors permanently
I would be honored.
for new hubs.
Thank you, Nadra.
All right. Well, we caught up with them. I'm still expecting a chapter with I'm still expecting some casual dialogues with the other peeps. Maybe not Aino. We already did Aino. Alright, so now we have Ilma and Crawford, huh? Yep, the two dorks. They're dorks.
We had fine-tuned Mars to take on Vile. So it's nice to know everything went off without a hitch.
Crawford, again, this is like classic, right? Crawford is the Aelio representative, and then Ilma is the Kavaris representative. And they're paired up by their personalities, naturally speaking.
We went just a little nuts with the tweaks, so I was a bit worried, to be honest.
Did you create Mars? Wait, did you? I thought it was like the Mars stuff was like inherited it from like technology that was recorded or something.
No, I just came up with the idea.
Oh, okay, so they did actually.
Everyone worked together to make Mars a reality.
I thought maybe it was like some sort of archive thing again.
Not just our own Halfin scientists, but Feria and the Lucilans too.
That's right. There hasn't been a chapter on Feria or Lucille in Lucille in a really long time. The thing in the sky.
True. but you directed things, Ilma.
That's where you get the 5 chapters. We have Aelio, chapter 1. Chapter 2 is Rotem. Chapter 3 is Caveris. Chapter 4 is Stia. And then chapter 5 is Lucille. Chapter 6 is like the wrap up of Safeto and the overall like arc. And then all of PSO2 NGS, the main arc was 6 chapters long. And then we're in chapter 7, which is like a lull period chapter where, you know, people just reflect on what's happening. In the third part of chapter 7, there was Veil. Veil was added, and Veil was like the impending Starless invasion thing that Safeto was alluding to, but it turned out to be more of a like another urgent quest thing, so there's no like strong narratives, and everything what this is the aftermath of the Veil invasion, basically. Or it was like anticlimactic. It's like this feels like a side story, basically.
I'm not very good with team projects, but I did the best I could. My original idea was basically to miniaturize Central Cannon.
I mean, that's kind of the point.
It's obviously a powerful weapon, but it has its limitations.
Yeah, we can only use a limited amount of
So
time.
I thought, what if it was small enough to load onto a vehicle?
Oh.
Sure, we'd lose power, but we could make up for it with more of them. A bunch of scientists heard me talking about it with Crawford and wanted to make it happen. Then Feria jumped on board, and suddenly we had the whole Lucille crew.
We threw around ideas, and before long, it was very different from what we started with.
It's kind of a nice, it's a nice addition.
Yeah, and I think it was Feria who gave us the breakthrough. She's the one who brought up the idea of making it portable, and maybe even multi-purpose. That was a pretty outside-the-box idea. I was just thinking about guns on wheels.
Guns on wheels, that's kind of funny.
Right. So, in short, everyone contributed their expertise.
And Zeffetto gave us the last piece.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that he gave. Yeah.
There was one last piece of the puzzle I couldn't find.
Yeah.
Zeffetto gave it to us.
That's what I was. That's what gave me the thought. Like, did they really make it? It was like the last gift Safeto left.
Apparently, he was watching what we were doing while he was occupying Feria. And he left some ideas in her memory before he left.
Left.
Kind of makes you think. What if he had been on our side from the very beginning, you know?
Make it happen. Do like a parallel universe thing, you know? It's not actually the first. That idea is not actually unheard of. Yeah, so 2 original had a parallel universe things, like what if scenarios, like different multiple timeline scenarios.
It would be a completely different world right about now. But on the other hand, I guess we would have never been born, right?
Sort of.
Things come together, based on certain inevitabilities and random variables.
What Crawford said. Sort of.
It is too bad I didn't get to talk with Safeto more. Not only did we have a common enemy, but I genuinely respected him.
Oh, Safeto had a really sad story. Like, it's kind of like misunderstood, misguided, but also possibly altruistic and selfish at the same time. It's your classic, I don't want, you know, preparing and keeping things in the dark, knowing better, but at the same time you have that leadership question about bringing in people to the fold, being a liability.
Although, I know that sounds strange.
Not particularly
I
for me.
get it. But at the end of the day, he did what he could to help us beat Vile. I look at it as if we kind of came to an understanding through this whole Mars thing. that's all I can do, right?
True enough.
Oh, that's a lot of XP for that. Oh yeah, and they changed the way the display works for the quest. Interesting. Head to markers. Sympathy for Safedo? It's kind of like I like the story that they had for the villain. And what I mean by the story for the villain or the story for the people is it's written in a way that if given time, you know, like elements, resources, and a general interest audience, kind of, it makes for a great synopsis. Like the framework of a pretty involved story. There are quite a lot of twists and turns that you can find paralleled in science fiction, like shows that I've watched that I really enjoyed. Like, for example, even the movie Moon, where 2/3 through the movie, sorry, spoilers for a 10-year-old movie, you find out that the person was a clone used to manage the moon, right? So whenever things happen, his memories are passed into the clone. So he was basically a lot of clones of himself, right? It's kind of like Alters, the game that was released this year, the Alters game, kind of, but there's no like extracting different lifestyles. That guy was literally clones. And the entire station, the moon station that he's monitoring, has storage of his clones. This is kind of related to this game because you are a clone. All of you are clones on this dealing, trained on it for a different purpose. Oh, there she is. Oh, Manon, that's right.
I just have something on my mind. Zafedo specifically. He left an awful lot of data behind.
I guess this represents the Lucille stuff.
Analyzing it all
Interesting.
should shed light on a lot of mysteries. About Halpha's origin, how dolls are made. And about the Starless too, of course. That information is undeniably important.
Okay.
However, somehow I was hoping to learn more about Zafedo himself.
PSO2?
He was the general of resurgent arcs for so long. What was he feeling that whole time? I
Loneliness.
could have gotten a little insight into that.
Lonely,
Maybe
miserable,
then I could have understood
burden.
why I had to do the things I did. No, it's not that. It isn't that deep.
That sounded like something
I just
a
wanted to talk more.
internet Gen
I
Z
remember
comment.
He referred to himself as our father.
It
when he
isn't
spoke
that
about our
deep.
relationship. I mean, we weren't related by blood. I think he just used that word to place himself above his assembled pawns. Even still,
Maybe.
I
Don't
wish we
know.
could talk. Not about anything, just how our day went.
Creators
Archie
can
really wants
become
that.
attached to their creations, despite
Why?
in
Where does it come from?
the original objective. Because you're family. Yes, family. Nod to the Fast and Furious. Family.
Yeah,
Surrogacy, man.
you may be right. Now, I'll never see him again. But
I-
I can't just let these feelings keep me from moving forward.
I don't think that's true.
Yes. I need to focus on putting all
Maybe.
of this behind me and moving forward. I'll work harder for the people of Helfa than I ever have before. I have to.
I find like characters can come back
Thanks
in wild
for always
ways.
being there to listen to me. My head's back on straight now. I hope you'll keep pushing me to be my best.
Nah, you're doing that all yourself. Maybe a little too hard. Oh, her name was, yeah, Kanui. Kanui is the Glenn thing. The Glenn second in command. Some data happen to know something, right? We're just gaining levels as we go. Oh, my style point went up. Oh, I see. Okay, alright. Yeah, some of the setups for the game's major arc, you can write circles around them. Like, finding out that each biome, like, you can write a script, like a 5-season show on that type of thing, where you have the locations and then there's the village effect on all of them, right? Alio being the more enlightened travelers, but Ratem having the different biomes would create like a village effect. Basically, the people are so excluded, so consumed by their local environment. Then there's that whole shock factor of where will they go next? What type of biome would it be? And then how does it's always like it reminds me of a Star Trek, like the Star Trek things, where instead of visiting separate planets, you visit separate biomes that are secluded and created artificial barriers. All the while, there's an overarching, revealing gotcha moment where you find out that, oh, that big thing in the sky that you keep staring at, turns out all of this was planned, orchestrated, and built for a greater purpose, right? That's shockingly a great framework for an excellent, well-conceived sci-fi. But this is still a game, so a lot of resources go into not necessarily the storytelling. I do like my sci-fi though. Oh, hey! Now we have 3 of them. I'll have to see. Oh, okay. We're just gonna speed through this. Okay. Alright, thank you for coming. As I mentioned in my call, there's something I'd like to go over with you. I was recently tasked with receiving some data that the Lucilans have been aggregating for us. Contained within the data was battle records with very detailed information on arcs, combat capacities, and behavior. Okay, this is for the style stuff, probably. Those records held a massive amount of data on every Metreon, right? Metreon and Arc Defender. But when I started looking at all over it, I couldn't find so much as a mention of mana or fairy. Oh! Perhaps Resurgent Arcs felt no need to collect data on those who are collecting the data. However, they're not the only surprising omission. Hibana. Oh, right. Hibana was the name of the missus. She lost her life in the battle against Neostia, right, 10 years ago. Hibana, she was close with Glenn and Crawford. Yep. Right, I couldn't locate any of their battle records. Interesting. So if your suspicions are correct, she was also a data collector. Oh, right. Yeah, that checks out. Oh, that makes it really interesting. How does Hibana... I know it sounds a little like a sketch, but that's why I wanted to run it by people familiar with Lucille. I understand that I should report my theory to Commander Glenn, but in light of their relationship, I wanted to make sure absolutely sure. Right. So, that said, even if she was with Resurgent Arts, she seems to be operating independently of any other researcher. Interesting. And that was before our time? Would you mind going back to Lucille and looking for old data? Oh. We'll try looking for Lucilans if any of them might be Hibana. Alright. Intriguing. Okay. I was just saying we weren't gonna go back to Lucille. It's been a while going back to Lucille, but... Oh, is it just a task? We just have to do a task. Okay, that's fine. I thought they might have like a special arc thing, but we just need to complete a Lucille.
Best of luck
the seal thing. But that's fine. We'll get to use the after burst thing. Actually, I don't even know if there's enough people. But first of all, let's go and add this. Whatever this is, right? For a certain period after an afterburst include. No. Kind of just like this. Let's see. For a certain period after incoming damage is reduced, reduce the time take to progress. Wait. Reduce the time taken to progress the next by attacking a certain number of hits up to 4 times. And then after activating in After Blast, the first normal attack will weaken the enemy. Your damage shows. Okay. So we just add this, right? Oh, it only is on... Okay, so you only gain... Okay, fair enough. It's a little different. Alright. I don't even know if this is gonna happen. Because it's low traffic time. This is a low traffic time of day. We're always in a low traffic. Oh, okay. Not the most spry of live service games, I'll just say.
So, how are things?
Okay. I was hoping for like a little special solo thing. The reason why I think chapter 7 is a lull chapter where they like maintain their background processing and maintenance of the game while trying to invest in like a bigger project down the road is there are lacks of instance zones and solo questing and stuff, which is very indicative of major chapters. These are more like integrating the stuff that already exists as a makeshift way of advancing some sort of groundedness in your tasks. Like a bit of forward movement, slight forward movement. But it has been 2 years, I think. It's been 2 years since there's a major forward movement in PSO2. And I don't think this is going to change. I don't necessarily think PSO2 NGS is going to reach an EOS anytime soon, largely because the live service model is established. And then what happens is they can make separate projects, in my opinion, much like Phantasy, the Phantom X, Persona 5, the Phantom X. You can continue to make other projects that further other things, but the live service is a way to maybe even experiment with things prior to introducing them into the series or something. And it's been a very long time since Phantasy Star Online, as far as I know. So we have Overlord. Basically, this game is a cosplay game at this point, and then like a building game. We have Lubu and Overlord that I recognize. All right, let's do this. It's been a while since I did a Lucio exploration. Where are we going? Critical potency. I'm just gonna go and go to this corner. Oh no, it's blocked off. Okay, guess we'll. Why do you turn the other direction? Oh. Ow. I'm not going in there. Got this. Oh wait, I can oh, that looks cool. I like it. Wait, let's see that again. I'm not sure if it's unique to the weapon you're using. Interesting. It has a weird range. I don't know how much time you have between the it has a so interesting. So I don't want to be close. But the question is it different between weapons? Oops. I just screwed up. Oh, I just noticed I have a gauge on the left. Oh, that's the stage gauge. I see. So you can they have a separate gauge on the left. Oh, I kind of see it. It's still there too. So the thing is active.
Trial start.
I see. The thing is active even when you're after you took a damage. Okay, and then it expires. Probably fours and fives. I don't know if those guys are getting the nodes. Oh yeah. Some of them are. Why do you have so much HP? Nope. Okay, I guess there really aren't that many left, huh? Look at how this works. I don't. Oh, okay. 3, 1, 5. Where's the other one? 2. Oh, wait. Okay. Alright. Who was the
Trial
Lucille
start.
dude? Okay. That's a pretty long range. I'm trying to hit, I'm trying to flight the dude and they keep turning in the wrong direction. Whoops. It's interesting, like the whoops. My screen has this like gold glow thing. I don't know where that's coming from. Alright, so we finished that, right? Good enough? Right. See if there's anything after that. I imagine this is where it kind of just ends. Alright, well done. This looks like a data chip. It's a monitor's database. Kind of old. The bottom will be around this year. And there's her name. Okay. She was a resurgence. Okay. I knew we had other members on Alpha besides myself, but I had no idea. How do we tell Glenn about this? Interesting. Interesting. Maybe the next big story arc deals with this setup. Let me guess, you've come across something, yeah? We finished analyzing, okay, and doing so, evidence. Okay, I think I always knew, but even it was not exactly a surprise. Okay, the question is, how do we tell the commander? Why don't we try telling her other friends first? I'm sure he'll know how to handle this delicate matter. You mean Crawford? Oh, okay. Can I ask you to let him know? Alright, so I guess we're going to Crawford. Crawford. Tell the level-headed friend and not Glenn, Mr. Edgelord. Avoid telling Edgelord about Hibana. Talk to the dork instead. Alright, Crawford. Oh, you guys got here faster than me. Wow. Uh-huh, yeah, which is why we came to you. Yes, that does make sense. Thank you for telling me. I'm sure Glenn will have a hard time believing that Hibana was really with Resurgent Arcs. A little more supporting data may help. For example, what was her role? Why did she want to get close to me? Interesting. Knowing that makes it easier for him and for me to believe. Makes sense? Where do we find the information? The Lucilleans did mention that the nameless city. Oh, they're getting you to run around. We didn't find her name or any research in the data from Lucille. It's possible she was a researcher there. Oh, in the nameless city. Alright. Off to the nameless city, right? Next task. Okay. Alright. Getting us to run around a little bit. Okay, we've arrived. We now search for the data left behind. Alright. What do you mean by... Okay. Is this a special instance? No, I see normal peeps. That's just a normal trial, right? Yeah, that's just a normal trial. Do I just go ham and hit anything that moves? I, 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 I don't understand. What is the objective? Oh, just defeat 30 enemies. Okay.
Trial start. Success.
I'm like, what do I do? Do you wanted me to like pop something? Up with all these dispersed enemies. I'm still waiting for. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this when we talked about Safeto and the past Safeto, right? Like learning about Safeto. I still feel like there's a smidgen of a chance because of something that occurred earlier in the development cycle of NGS that they're going to connect it back to PSO2. The PSO2 world from 1,000 years ago. Right? Or I forgot how long. I think it was like 1,000 years. There's still a smidgen of a chance. And Safeto is the link. Well, and your clone, of course. You're free to return. Alright, so we're going back. And the clone you is the connection. Alright, let's go talk to Dork. The Dork. What do we learn? Alright. We finished collecting? Sure. It looks like her Alpha observation records. Oh, okay. They're from after she arrived on planet. It doesn't seem like she sent those in to Lucille, though. Alright. They're gonna go look at that data. So what do we do? Go talk to Glenn? That seems unwise. Alright, it's time to go talk to the Edgelord. Oh, Crawford is here. They're so fast. If you're here in person, it means something bad happened. Nah, Edgelord. Not exactly something bad, but here, take a look at this. What is this? Oh, you know, let's do something. Okay. What is this? Resurgence Arts monitoring data. Monitoring name Hibana. What the heck is this? Are you trying to tell me Hibana was with Resurgent Arcs? I know it's really tough, tough pill, Glenn. I'm not sure I've swallowed it myself yet. That's a weird way to phrase it. This is data that Feria and us found in the Nameless City. I wanted to go over it with you to learn the truth about her together. Hibana was a Resurgence Arcs? It's almost impossible to believe, but you wouldn't come here if there weren't something to it. Well, let's see it with our own eyes. Okay, let's take a look. Monitor name, Hibana. Observation log, day 16. Make contact with ARC's trainees. 2 exceptional trainees with superhuman abilities stand out, Glenn and Crawford. Subjects marked for contact and continue observation to monitor combat capability growth. Observation log day 61. Oh, this is giving me like Star Trek thing. Crawford is brilliant and a natural leader, while Glenn's athleticism and courage makes him a capable problem solver. Sometimes I even suspect that the two of them could change this planet's fate. They teach me something new every day. I am enjoying myself a great deal. If they can be trained as leaders, Alpha's future may yet be... Observation log day 145. As we grow closer with each other, I sometimes find myself worrying about my life here. The person I'm presenting to them is not real. I'm not with Arcs. I'm not a Metreon, or I forgot how they pronounce it, but Metreon. I'm not oblivious to what's going on. I'm not the Hibana they think I am, and that tears at me. Observation day 302. Received word from on high about a large-scale operation. A new enemy known as Neil Steele will launch an attack, or so I'm told. I'm a Lucille researcher. I'm in the know, and I'm not Ark's defender Hibana. Oh. I needed to make a very tough decision here. Oh, their son.
2.
Yes. Wait, 2. What? 2. What the heck is that emote? We are the ones who need to change our fate. I'll leave my final message in our meetup spot beyond the reach of those on high. And these files too. I guess that's it. Dang it. Why didn't she ever say anything to us? If we had known about the attack, at least we might have been able to change things. We were young, so she ended up keeping it all to herself. Story of Safeto too. She made the right choice. She was thinking about the impact on you too. Yeah, Hibana was always brilliant, but she's in the know. How can you be brilliant if you're in the know? I'm just saying. She even thought ahead of us to finding out about this on the other side of it all. She must have kept her message to us secret from Lucille because she was afraid of having it erased. What do we do about this final message? Why don't you see if you can find it, Glenn? Then we can meet up at Halfia Lake. I'm heading back to Central for now. I'll prepare a memorial for her and await her return. Got it. Here come. Okay. I guess we're gonna go up at our meetup spot. Alright. One last task. Exposure. Right? Where is it? Where are we? Here we are. Almost done, son. Almost done. Went a little bit late today. Got into the yaps. There was a bit of the yaps. What the? Oh, okay. Oh wait. Does this? That's not good enough. Heck. Alright. Ugh. Climb up the manual way. What? Alright. More climbing. Was this thing here before? I don't remember. This is not the way up, but we're gonna make it work anyways. Oh, that's not a flat ground. Ugh. Okay. Oh. Alright, cool. Here we are. Alright, Glenn. We're here. There it is. I never would have guessed there was a data buried right here. We all used to come here and after training and just look at the sky for hours on end, talking without a care. Knowing what we know now, I guess maybe Hibana was looking up. She was keeping an eye on her home. She was the center of attention everywhere she went. She never looked down on anyone. Not even weirdos like me and Crawford. I mean, Crawford's a weirdo. I'm not sure about Glenn. Glenn is just an edgelord. Once she died, there was no way we could ever come back and visit this place. It makes a sad kind of sense that it took us this darn long to actually find this data. She used to say we were the ones who had to change our fate. I wonder if this is the fate she wanted. I guess we'll never know, huh? Let's go meet up with Crawford once you get yourself squared away. I came up here. It took me a while to come up here, my friends. Although it is kind of a nice view. Were you able to find that message? Yeah. Everyone's ready on my end. I'll see you in Halfield Lake. Alright. Let's go. A resting place. I'm still waiting for them to drop a terraform or something on this world. Maybe like have a separate instance of the terraforming. Oh, be a special scene. Come on. Do it. Nope. Nice work finding the data. Wouldn't believe where it was hidden. Alright, let's get this message a listen. Glenn, Crawford, I can't imagine anybody else would be listening to this. I hope you're taking care of yourselves and getting along. And that's the future, and that the future is moving in the right direction. Okay, I'll get to the point. I received notice that Niels Thea will be deployed on Halpha. If the stories I've heard are true, it's an enemy the likes of which you've never seen. Alpha does not currently have the military strength to defeat this monster, nor does it have a leader skilled enough to make up for it. Yeah, this is before all this stuff happened, right? I should know, I'm the one who has been collecting intel on ARC's capabilities. I raised my objection to this, but the one on high simply disregarded them. Safeto. So the least I can do is mitigate the harm this attack will cause, even if I have to use my power as a member of Resurgent Arcs to do so. That's how much I love you two in this world. I'm not a Halfin, not a Meteoran. I'm sorry for lying to you, and thank you for accepting this message and the true me. Glenn, Crawford, become the leaders I know you can be. I wonder if it's the same Manon's overboost. Ibana insisted on bringing up the rear, probably because she knew how bad the attack was going. I was too busy fighting dolls to notice if she was using a sort of unusual power. All things considered, the casualties weren't nearly as bad as they could have been. I think we might have her Resurgence Arc's powers to thanks for that. How did it take us so long to find this? If we only known, we'd have treated the Lucilans so much better. True, but I think Hibana wanted us to hear this message only after the dust have settled. In a sense, she was waiting until we actually managed to change the future. Dramatic irony? The better place. I'm sorry I've never noticed Hibana, but now I finally know the truth. As long as you watch over us, I promise not to fight with Crawford. Too much. Yeah, edgelord and dork. Oh, I'm here for it. Is that it? Wait. Interesting. Something with Anui. I was really hoping for like a short 30-second like cutscene steals animated drawing or something. I've been waiting with Manon and Feria, if you don't mind. Could you fill us in? Glenn decided to excommunicate everyone. That would be a funny joke. Alright. I'm here. Yeah, it's good to see you too. So what happened exactly? I see. So that's what she wanted to tell them. I know her death deeply affected them both, but maybe now they can finally start to heal. I think I can understand where Hibana was coming from. It's not for you and Aina. I probably would have kept, if not for you and Aina, I probably would have kept using my power to the very end, just like she did. When you care deeply about someone, it makes sense to want to put yourself on the line for them. I think part of Hibana must have been lonely. I like to pay my respects to her, too. She was deeply connected to both Halfins and Lucilans. Now that our fates has been joined, I like to get a better sense of who she was. That sounds nice. What about singing a song for her? I know one song that both Halfins and Lucilans are familiar with. That's a good idea. Let's head over to the lake. Okay, maybe this is it. As usual, thank you for seeing us. Alright, and then we gain level 3. That's cool. Lots of... I got an item? What's the item? Oh, a bracelet. Okay, I see. Hold up.
You, huh?
Just in case, let's add oh. Wait, whoops. Add this. Okay. Alright, maybe they'll play a song. Wait. Oh. I have to reach level 5 with any EX style beforehand? Wait. Oh no, it's over? Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. Oh. That's weird. That's where it ends? What? Hold up. What? I guess that makes... Maybe they'll do something for the next update. Wait, let's see if there's anything that changed it. I don't think so. I doubt it. The quest line just ends there. Like that ends. This is what I mean by honestly, it kind of makes you feel like is the PSO2 team struggling. Like what I mean is in terms of like resources and what, right? It seems like there are good ideas or like teasers and stuff, but it feels like resources are tight kind of situation. Like budget's tight, so it ends up on a chopping block. Yeah, like it just ends there. But I'm gonna fingers crossed there's some closure on this in another 2 or 3 months. We'll see. I guess that's it for and then this is just a campaign task. So we'll probably... Yeah. So this is where I would end the sequence by looking at some creative spaces. So let's go and look at some creative spaces for the day, right? For the time. Some of these have become really elaborate. So let's see if we can find some new creative spaces. That's a wrap for the mini episode. It's so abrupt. So I like what they're doing. I feel like there's been very little attachment to the characters. I hope that this means that they're setting up for something, like something because of how limited resources. Now hear me out. PSO2 NGS is run by SEGA, right? It's published by SEGA. And in my opinion, I don't think SEGA is one of the publishers that are kind of struggling along, right? So what's great for the family is still part of the family. Like, as a personal like a personal excitement, the RGG Direct just recently happened. Tokyo Game Show is about to happen soon, right? It's this month, Tokyo Game Show, and they have a stand Persona 5, the Phantom X has been just doing the thing. It's their collab with Perfect World, right? Because I've been playing the global version. Like a Dragon, the RGG Direct, Kiwami 3 was announced, and even a Dark Tides was going to be re-released with and updated, right? Having the Kiwami treatment with, and it's in February. So like a Dragon, RGG Studios, right? Ryoga Gotoku Studios are part of Sega, and the titles that they have, like the PSO2 team, the Sonic team, they're all still part of Sega. So, and Sonic Racing was just launched. It's doing well. It seems to be doing a lot nice, right? Because there's demand for kart racing. So Sega's doing pretty well. I mean, despite not seeing a Persona 5 game, like a Persona 6 game, right, from 10, it's almost 10 years now, there was Metaphor, right? Metaphor did well. Obviously, these are all still niche games. Like, kart games are technically still niche despite Mario Kart and despite the existence of Mario Kart. And Persona games are still niche despite the success of Persona 5. Because when we're talking about niche, we're talking about comparing to the volume and stuff of the money, you know, like the every household name kind of things, like the Fortnites and the Minecrafts. But I think overall Sega's category has been doing really well. And their remasters, like they're trying to preserve games, and those remasters are doing well. So what is often a little bit souring, in my opinion, or feeling a little bitter disappointment, a bit disappointment here, is it's kind of not showing up in some of their games. However, I still think, and I talked about this the last time, 2 months ago, when I did mini episode 4. I grew up with Sega. I grew up with the Sega Genesis. Sega Genesis was my first console, and I have lots of lots of existing IP, and Sega is a preservationist publisher. So PSO2 is one of them. I played Fantasy, Fantasy Star, like the Phantasy Star, the Fantasy, not the Sci-Fi version, but the Fantasy version of this series, or related series. So Fantasy Star is different from Fantasy Star Online, but they are a continuum of characters. In fact, I would say the Fantasy Star Online 2, the PSO2, where they delve into a simulation into fantasy, like castles and whatnot, that might be an allusion to its roots, the Fantasy Star RPG games. And then there's the Shining series that I mentioned 2 months ago. I would love to see those games come back, and Sega is definitely one to be like greenlighting this. It would be interesting to get a renewed interest in Fantasy Star, because I mentioned other things, right? Sega Kart, Mario Kart, right? Mario Kart, then followed by Sega Sonic Kart Racing, right? Then there's other things that are missing from the catalog. You have a Xenosaga, like a Xenoblade saga, right? Fantasy Star Online, right? And then your platformers, you have Sonic, Mario. I don't know who Donkey Kong would be. Who's opposite of Donkey Kong in the Sega category? There are a couple choices, but for me, the Shining series. The Shining series was opposite of Fire Emblem, and Fire Emblem is a niche title, so there's still Fire Emblem. And right now, RGG is standing out as a thing that does not have an equivalence in other places. But you know, Rockstar next year, Rockstar is gonna be Rockstar. So I hope to play a Xenoblade-esque themed Fantasy Star Online game at some point. And this would be like, hey, this game still exists. Like, as long as these live service games still exist, it's like the hope for a standalone IP or resurrection is possible. Kind of like Persona 5, the Phantom X, right? They're different categories. They can all coexist. I think that's kind of the future of the industry, and like one of the future of the industry where there's a live service model used as a platform for their canonical selling topic, selling numerical series, right? You know, the canon major, the main series, and then you have the live service series. So the live series isn't necessarily a series; it's one thing, right? It does feel a little bittersweet when you have these mini episodes just randomly ending. It happens all the time. Every mini episode in this chapter, I'm like following along. It's like, okay, okay, and then it just ends, and it just stops, and it makes you feel like, do they have a deadline? And then suddenly when they hit the deadline, they're like, oh, that time's up, or you would make an argument there's resource allocations, but I don't think that's true for Sega. I think Sega has been doing quite well. I followed through the times of Sega Saturn, right? And then the Dreamcast. So like from Genesis through the Sega CD, Saturn, Dreamcast, right? And then that whole thing. But I think Sega's been doing pretty well for themselves. They've been staying in the talking topic with Capcom and them. It'll be interesting. Anyways, what were we doing? We're doing one last thing. Okay, let's go visit some creative spaces before we end this series. Let's look at like 5 or whatever catches my attention as we go through the first 5 pages. That's how we're gonna do it. No. Facility 004. Enjoy mystery filling horror to corridor and laboratorium. Or story already 100% complete. Alright, let's do this. This seems alright. I don't know if I'm gonna get any of the references. I'm pretty uncultured. Okay. Sure. Thank you for visiting my creative space. Okay, let's see. So there's some storytelling. We need to check this facility. Okay. Sure. Destroyed by heavy blizzard. Alright. What about over here? What's over here? Does this thing open? Okay. What? Intriguing. Oh. Teleporter with the same number not found. Okay. That might be a design choice. Okay. Okay. That's kind of neat. The dude made their own like deliberately creating a disaster. You have to actually place these down to make it look like it's haphazardly disastrous. Some of these doors are still operational. Okay. Bunker 004. Status offline. Shower and statue. How? Can you operate this door? No. Okay. You know what this reminds me of? Subnautica's above ground. Subnautica 1's above ground area. Alright. Interesting. What the... Okay. Oh, intriguing. Altar of Darkness tributes livestock will open the portal. Wait. I don't know. Okay. I think this is just like a weird mismatch of, okay. Oh, that's kind of neat. Can I like grab you and throw you into the portal? Okay, hold. Let me see if I can find like a break. What is... Parasite site will open after you explore to get the vaccine. Oh my gosh. This is set up like a this feels like the whole like horror survival series thing where you have to find the interaction thing in order to get to the next area. Oh man. All right, let's see if we can find it. I don't know what that accessed. That's kind of neat though. So where do I get... that activate this? No. Tribute some livestock. The heck? Alright, you know what? Hold. Oh no, it's blocked off. There's an invisible box on top. I don't see any livestock here. Hang on. Let's do a little bit more. Can I interact with any of these things? It's like the little sticky things that are coming out, right? That's what they're using for the trigger. Why is this here then? Interesting. Hold up, let's see if I can find... I'm looking for interaction pillars. If I can't, you know, it's a little too obtuse. Okay, and it's blocked off. The skybox is blocked off. You can't simply navigate towards it. Oh, wait. Aha! So that was... Okay, hold on. That means we have to keep the other thing... We have to keep the other thing active, too. Can I go in here now? No. So this person made, like, their own... find and discover things. Wait, there's something here. Landmine alert. Oh, is there an explosion thing? Oh, okay. Wait, but what happens if... Okay. What if I can... Nope. Okay. I'm trying. I don't see anything else. All right. Let's see if that activates the portal. I sacrificed one of those guys. What? I don't know. If there was intent, this is a little too obtuse for me. Whoa, what's that? Oh, that's kind of creepy, actually. Wow, that... I don't know how that person's doing it, but that's kind of creepy. I guess it's like triggered when you... Wow. Wait, does that mean I can interact with this? I don't know what that means. I just want to activate one of the things. Wait. Wait, there was a secret behind the port. Oh. That's cute. Alright, hold up. Okay, alright. Hint. Tank. Oh. The tank. Oh, we have to go back to the tank. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hang on. But how? Wait, there's something. What is it? There's the crab. There's the crab. The life sacrifice. Oh, this is neat. I really like this. This is fun. Now how do I get back? Oh, this is cool. Let's sacrifice the thing. Oh, okay. All right. I can't. Okay. We're going in here. Starting to feel like the Resident Evil vibe, huh? Okay. What? Hmm. Do I sit down? I don't see any triggers here. No triggers. Starting to feel like when I'm watching Sun play Silent Hill. It's just going around clicking on anything just to find out if there's anything there. I don't think there's anything more, right? Yeah, I don't see a trigger anywhere. Okay. Kind of fun finding things. Wait, so now how do I get out of here? Wait a minute. Wait. What? Does it just end here? That's kind of the story of my life today. Oh, for a moment there. It was a camera. Aha! Secret door open, dude. This is awesome. Wait. Where did it? Oh, is it the bottom door? Oh man. Okay. There's something. No. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. That startled me. Whoa, dude. This is so elaborate. Wow. That's pretty good, man. Getting things to appear after you pass them, that's a great touch. Oh, this is so 10 out, this is like 10 out of 10. Okay. What happens when I take this? You've already got parasite samples, huh? Okay. All right. Where are we now? Okay, all right. So that takes us back. So how do I get? And then there's a tank entrance. I'm loving this. Will open after explore. Get vaccine. But I thought. Oh, maybe I need to go grab the tank. I'm invested. I'm invested. I'm invested right now. Maybe this is what we're gonna do for the day. I'm invested. Let's go pop the tank. I thought the tank was dressing, but oh. No. What is the hint with the tank? Let's not shower. Alright, I had to come. Yeah, I'll probably have to come back to this. How do I get out, please? Interesting. I don't know what the deal with the tank is. Wait. No. Huh. Hmm. Nope. Can't go. Intriguing. Oh, wait. What is this? Oh, we can go in the submarine? Oh, that's cute. Oh. I don't know what that unlocked. This is such a great idea. Oh. Can I, please? That's neat. Way of doing things. I don't know what the whole tank thing is about. That doesn't unlock that. That's interesting. Oh wait, this tank? Oh, I see it. I see it. It looks like the button for the bunker gate lab. Like this one? The bunker gate. Oh, okay. Alright. So we found the bunker gate. Wait. An arrow. Gate open. What? Wait. What gate? Which gate? Wait, are we talking about this gate? No. Huh. Oh, this gate. Alright, let's go to the cellar and then we'll wrap it up there, right? I think this was super neat. I wonder how many other... Okay, what was it? It was through here. And through here. Takes a lot of ingenuity. So what's in here? Is the vaccine in here? Alright, we have some subjects. Okay. Okay. SCP? Okay, SCP stuff. Whoa. Alright. Perfectly normal. Oh no. I see platforming. Okay. Alright. Is something just gonna pop up? Rest in peace, Dr. Mori, dead by underworld parasite. I swear that might be a reference and I'm just not. Is that a vaccine? Oh, we got the vaccine. You got underworld vaccine extractor. Okay. Do I oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay. I'm so involved in this. So do we go to the little subjects? No? Interesting. Huh. Hmm. It's pretty wild how much this person squeezed in to their creative space. Now the question is, what do I do with... I guess we can just go back and see if... For a moment there, I thought there was going to be an underpass. Okay. Let's see if that gate is open. Yeah? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we found the... Wait. Okay.
We're about to hold a live concert in Retem City. Invite all your friends and come join us.
It's pretty neat. Wow. Okay. Nice torch lighting to lead the way. Okay. Huh. Welcome to SCP Foundation Control Room Facility 4004. Okay. Am I gonna get jump scared? Oh, hi. Oh yeah, I know a little bit about SCP stuff. Interesting. Those things are kind of creepy. I want to see if there's a jump scare in here. No sound though, no sound. Oh. Okay. Do you open? Another wall. No? No. Interesting. I'm so invested. Well, that's not disconcerting. Wait. Hold up. Oh, I can't. For a moment there, I thought you were supposed to sit in the order that would be kind of neat. What? I can't interact with these. Okay. Alright. Can I interact with you? I feel like I missed something, but I think we might have to give this a thumbs up. Wait. No? Okay. Oh, this is great. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to figure out all the Easter egg things that this person... Oh, for a moment there, I thought I could... Can I? Alright, anyways. This is great. That's pretty awesome. Let's go and visit like 1 or 2 more things. That's really cool. I was completely invested in just finding the stuff. I did this last time too. It was in a castle one. They did like a castle themed one with like panel traps and kind of your Legend of Zelda deal. Let's do Candy Town. No, okay. Move on to the next stairs. I don't. Bakujo. Oh, no, that's fine. Nintendo Gallery. No. Okay. Emma's Design IKEA. Oh, just sharing space. Yeah, Twilight Town is great. This guy, Shoot does fantastic recreations. All the Kingdom Hearts stuff. And then, yeah, we saw the Shibuya. Shibuya is wild. I don't think this person has changed anything. Actually, let me see. I don't think so. I think this is more like they're complete. They completed it. Pretty sure there isn't. Yeah. It's a fantastic space though. Oops. Let's try to find one more interesting one. Under the tree is the entry. Oh wait. Using Frien defensive magic? What does that mean? I saw Frien and I'm like, that's funny. No, it doesn't. Okay, they said what? They said the entrance is under the tree. I don't know what they mean. They just want to see what's under the tree. Maybe it's this one. Wait, hold up. Oh no, and it's behind me. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, neat. Wait, what did that do? Oh, it low. Okay. Oh, that's neat. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh, I just want to be high up in there. That's really cool. There's like a scale to it. Man, these things are getting so elaborate. I do like the constant mech theme things. I need a place to. There's a game that I'm thinking about that reminds me of this type of scale. Oh, actually, I think it's a Star Trek thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Star Trek thing. Dang. I think the one thing that's pulling this back is there's not enough light sources, right? Because of how the game's engine works. When it comes to lighting, it's very difficult to... Alright. One more. I don't think I see anything that I'm unfamiliar with. Yeah, we've seen the Phasmophobia house as well. A desert city with spicy secrets? Not sure why not. Last one. Okay. Alright. That's certainly one way to... That's actually really cool looking. I like that model. Okay. What the heck? Alright. What's behind door? Alright. Actually, let me... Oh, I didn't realize. Whoa. Okay, that's weird motion. Huh. Hi. What is up with your... Okay. Alright. Why do you guys remind me of something? Oh, yeah, that's the Overlord reference. A weird looking Overlord. I see. Okay. So all these things have something in it, right? What's behind this door? Alright, that's fine. I kind of like it when things are all open or they have a series connected with each other. But what about this thing? Let's go in here. That was not what I was expecting. Or like, I'm not sure what I was expecting really. Okie dokie. Let's go in a few more doors. Locked? Oh, not all the doors. Pretty chill. Okay. You know what? Let's just... Okay. Can I check your bathroom? Don't mind me. Locked? Okay. Alright. I guess we see most of the stuff, right? Alright. What about this one? Well, that's disconcerting. Alright. Yeah, that's a wrap. A wrap for this time around. Not bad, not bad. Oh, I really like the first one. We'll have to next time, right? Next time it's gonna be another 2 or 3 months. I imagine maybe in the turn of the new year. It's either gonna be the new year or Christmas, right? The winter time into the new year is probably going to be the next update. for PSO2 NGS. And I feel like we should do, for creative spaces, we should filter by amusement in the future. I'm out of time for this one. But can you search by amusement? I don't know if you can filter. Oh, search. No, that's alliance space. Oh, wait. Yes. So yeah, oh no, by player ID or by tag or amusement. Yeah, so we can do like amusement searches. So we'll try that in the future, as a segment at the end, because I think people are incredible. Like the people that are still on PSO2, they have quite a lot of ingenuity on it, and then we'll go by like the kudos received or something. There's at least these things, so we'll plan that for next time. I'll have to write a note to myself in 2 months time, right? I think the first one really got me peaked. I quite enjoy. Oh, that's cute. You can use this as a source of lighting. Huh. Alright folks, that's a wrap. Fingers crossed, copium, hopium, what have you. Maybe they'll plan a chapter.
A live concert is on right now in Retem City.
A chapter 8, right? And then maybe conclude that, and then they drop a bombshell like Phantasy Star Online 3. And what I mean by that is it wouldn't be Phantasy Star Online 3 as in a live service game, but Phantasy Star Online New World or something, where they drop like, hey, it's new standalone Final Fantasy, not Final Fantasy, Phantasy Star Online is coming back kind of situation. Maybe. Who knows? I think Sega's doing pretty well. I stand by the hot takes, right? Although I have my fingers crossed for a Shining game. A Shining Tactics game. Recently Final Fantasy Tactics, the what is called, the Irisil? I forgot what the subtitle was, but Final Fantasy Tactics was remastered and then re-released recently. Anyways, until then, this is a wrap for our update on 7.5. As always, feel free to follow along, right? Follow along. It is a free-to-play game, and this game is this live service game is absolutely friendly forward. It's like super casual forward. It's to the point where it's very difficult to actually discern the hardcore loyal fan base, right? The hardcore loyal fan base do this type of thing. They do creative spaces and whatnot. In terms of performance and stuff, there's a lot of aptitude, but there's not quite an audience for it. Largely, PSO2 team emphasizes far more come back, take a break, come back, take a break situation, and it takes a relatively minimal amount of time to get caught up, right? So it's not that type of live service game where legacy is put forth. I play one of those games. Neverwinter would be one of those games. But it's relatively short for those too. For that as well. Yeah, feel free to follow along. Come on by. I mean, I would love to meet someone who like designed. They're like, oh, I made the best creative space ever. That would be great. Or the process of making creative spaces. That would be kind of a fun thing. I don't do this regularly. It happens like for 2 or 3 hours every 2 or 3 months, so it's not that common. Largely because PSO2 NGS, as I mentioned before, it feels like a bittersweet moment all the time. It's like, oh yeah, there's an update, and then it suddenly ends, and it's not too long. Maybe we'll talk about this. Might be the setup for like 2 or 3 years down the road. There's gonna be a new Phantasy Star Online game. Who knows? But until then, you're more than welcome to stop on by when I'm doing like language learning and playing other Sega properties. I'm like really heavy into Sega IPs right now as a normal thing. The next one will definitely be Like a Dragon. Kiwami 3 and Dark Tides from the RGG group from Sega. I haven't returned to Sonic yet, but I feel like Sonic is coming along as well. My first console game or video game for that matter was Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on the Genesis. So it's always kind of a heartwarming thing to see Sega doing well. Right. Yeah. So if you're gonna watch this later, arigatou gozaimasu, right? Thank you. 谢谢. 感谢. Yeah, until next time. Stay safe, stay healthy. 皆さんまたね. Bye bye.